today I'm reviewing the Klairs Supple Preparation Toner. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. So if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at nobsbeauty.com or click on the Amazon link below. So, Klairs has been a product that, or a brand that I've been into for quite a while. And the toner is something I've been trying out now off and on for probably the last several months. Really since they came out with the unscented option, which is nice. So they have their traditional scent toner or they have their fragrance-free version, which is this version that I've got. In my opinion, if you have sensitive skin or even normal skin, I'd recommend going with the unscented version just because it's just one less ingredient that could possibly cause your skin some issues. So that's why I picked the unscented version. But anyway, everyone has their own preferences. So anyway, so this review is of the unscented version. Obviously, the only real difference is the fragrance. So anyway, so it's definitely a thicker toner consistency than a traditional toner, which usually a lot of them have a lot of alcohol in them, which make them very liquidy. This one has a more of a thicker texture to it. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on it based on my Sarah score scale. And my first criteria is packaging, and they've done a nice job packaging this in a bottle. However, the bottle is mostly clear, so I prefer to keep it in a cabinet when I'm not using it. But I do like the spout on it. It allows you to get a few drops in or out, so pretty easy packaging. Just keep it in a cabinet if you can, versus on your countertop where sunlight will get through it, because there are a lot of good beneficial ingredients and antioxidants in here which you don't want to expose to the sun if possible. My second criteria is alcohol, and this does not contain any denatured or drying types of alcohol, so that is also a very good thing. And then my third criteria is fragrance. Again, they have their newer unscented version, or their traditional scent. So I prefer the unscented, obviously. So, but it's nice that they make two different options. I wish more skincare brands would do that. So it's just nice for those with sensitive skin to have an option. So, especially if they like the product but don't like the scent. There's so many products that really like the product, but I just can't stand the scent. So anyway, they've done a nice job with that. My fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in Korea, so no issues with that. Ease of use, very easy to use, so I'd recommend using it morning and evening. You can use it two ways. You can use it either just putting a few drops in the palm of your hand and then patting it on your skin, or you can use a traditional cotton pad and pour a few drops on that and then smooth it over your skin the way we would use a traditional toner. So I like the two different options. Kind of just depends on how dry your skin is, or if you just have a preference, or if you're doing immediately after cleansing and you feel like you might have some leftover residue on your skin. It's always good, especially if you have issues like acne or exfoliation issues. It's always good to do that. Take a swipe with a toner pad. It's amazing. Even sometimes the best cleansers I have, I'll still have a little bit of residue that'll show up on that white cotton pad. So, so if you don't prefer to use this one that way, find another toner you like using that way. Or you can use it both. Use it as a traditional toner with a cotton pad and then pat it in afterwards. So very easy to use. Personally, in my routine, I cleanse and then I'll tone with this. And then I use my Tatcha essence. I'll pat that on. And then I also have another essence that I really like, the Paula's Choice Brightening Essence. So I'll apply that afterwards. So I'm kind of using multiple essences. But for some reason, the Tatcha one is more like a water, and the Paula's Choice one is more like a liquid oil almost, but not an oil because it's super light. So I don't, it just works for me. So anyway, so that's why I like to use this one kind of as a traditional toner, even though it's got a thicker, much thicker consistency of it. So let's see. You can see it's got kind of a gel liquid texture almost. So anyway, so that's kind of why I prefer to use it that way, but you can definitely use it however is easiest for you. And definitely it's just fine to use it in your morning routine and your evening routine. So very easy to use. My sixth criteria is antioxidants and beneficial ingredients. So I've got a long list here. So I'm just going to start with as they appear in order on the ingredient list. Betaine, which is a hydrating ingredient that helps prevent against moisture loss. Natto gum, which is made from fermented soy proteins, helps with hydration. Sodium hyaluronate, obviously hydration, water binding ingredient. Centella asiatica, which is a good antioxidant. Let's see, licorice root, which is also an antioxidant, helps with skin brightening. Vitamin E, another good antioxidant and hydration ingredient. Panthenol, which is a good humectant. Arginine, which is an amino acid beneficial ingredient, antioxidant. Luffa extract, which is an anti-inflammatory ingredient. So if you Google that, it's interesting. There's lots of things. It's made from the same plant that they make like loofahs out of. So kind of interesting. There's lots of studies on PubMed about loofah, on how it's been shown, studies on mice. Well, you know what, at some point you have to research the ingredients so other brands can be cruelty-free. But anyway, so they've done studies on mice that show that loofah extract might be potentially helping prevent and treat atopic dermatitis. And it's used more commonly in a lot of K-beauty brands and things like that, in Korean medicine. So it's interesting. Check that one out. Let's see. Beta-glucan, which helps with skin stability, an anti-allergic ingredient. Althea rosea flower extract, which is a skin-soothing ingredient. Aloe, hydration. Portaluca oleracea extract, aka purslane. Thank goodness all of these ingredients have much shorter acronyms, which is a good antioxidant. And then copper tripeptide is in there as well, the last ingredient, which is also an antioxidant. And then there's also sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which is a water-soluble form of vitamin C, which is good for skin brightening and antioxidant. So it's got a lot of really good ingredients, which is nice to see. And the formula seems to be more focused on beneficial ingredients as opposed to throwing in lots of silicones and preservatives and things like that. It's just, the ingredient list just seems to be pretty good, especially when a lot of other toners are just made up of alcohol, preservatives, things like that. So this one's definitely one of the better toners out there. My 7th criteria is animal testing, and this is cruelty-free as well as vegan, so that's good to know. Performance really adds to the hydration of my skin. So on days when I haven't used this, I can definitely notice my skin doesn't retain as much moisture as normal. It doesn't look quite as supple or plump as it normally does when I use this. I really like it as a toner or pat it onto skin to give my skin a little bit of boost of hydration. So really has also, with very long-term use, helps brighten my skin out. So, and performs much better than a lot of alcohol-based toners. So performance is really good, really great. So my 9th criteria is price, and this is the full size, which is 6.08 ounces, and it sells for a retail price of $22, although you can probably get it on sale somewhere. Google it before you pick it up. But and then a bottle like this lasts a long time, several months. So the price is awesome, much better than a lot of other much more expensive toners. And then the it factor. It's definitely a cult favorite product. It's one of the best-selling K-beauty toners from what I understand. So I really like this one. I also tend to alternate between this and the Hand Skin Essence, which is an essence that I also use more like a toner onto a cotton pad. But this one, in my opinion, has got a little bit more going for it in terms of beneficial ingredients, and a little bit goes a long way. Cruelty-free, vegan, affordable. I like the Klairs brand. I like that they've got a lot of good options for more sensitive skin. Very good options for acne-prone skin, oily skin, and dry skin. This one's, in my opinion, a total winner if you're looking for a new toner, or even possibly kind of performs like a toner or an essence depending on how you use it. This one's a great one to check out in my opinion. So I can't say enough good things about it. I really have enjoyed using it. I'm glad I picked it up whenever I started using it a while ago. I'm trying to think of where I bought it from. Might have been Soko Glam, but Anyway, so it's a winner in my opinion, and I gave this one a 10 out of 10, which doesn't happen very often. So this one's a good one to check out. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have a chance to check this out yet, and if you have, what your thoughts are, or if you have an opinion on this version versus the traditional scented version. What are your thoughts on that too? So definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Anyway, so check this out, and thank you guys so much.